Okay, so it's June 2nd. We're at Findlay State Park. I don't know what time it is, 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's about 85 degrees. It's hot as hell out here. We just got done setting up. I'm sweating. Got fire going because I want to cook some food. This site's a pretty big site. Down there at the bottom of the hill, you can see the lake from this site, and they dredged the lake out a couple years ago. And they spread all the dirt out, and they created an archery range down there, which is pretty nice, because that was a useless area before. I think they always put their dredge down there and they just left it a mess. Anyhow, the hiking trail comes right up behind here. It's a pretty cool site. Looks real squatchy out there. Maybe he'll show up tonight. I'll finally get a blurry picture. So anyhow, our camper's way over there. We got all this area. So I'm gonna get ready to eat and probably do a little bit more video in a little while. Get Val back here sitting by the fire. We'll see you later. All right, so what's for dinner?
Wood chips.
What's for dinner?
We're having iron sandwiches.
Iron.
Yeah. And salad, if you want salad. There's a cucumber and tomato salad in there. Or there's a chopped salad in there. And tomorrow, it's what you asked for, lasagna.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah. Campfire lasagna.
I brought some charcoal so that we can do it in the Dutch oven the right way. Put some charcoal on top, put some charcoal on the bottom.
Yep, hopefully it'll heat through evenly that way without burning the bottom. That's the tricky part, making them in the Dutch oven like that.
What do you want to do tomorrow?
I don't know. Definitely walk the dogs. Maybe find a brewery or a winery. Didn't bring our bicycles.
So you know how we're connected to this city? Wellington, Ohio?
Yeah?
You know how we're connected?
No, how are we connected? Tell me.
I'm going to tell you. We were both born and raised in Bedford, Ohio. In Bedford, Ohio, on Broadway Avenue, across from the square, is a house. And in that house is where Archibald Willard lived when he was born in the city of Bedford. When Archibald Willard became a young man, he moved out here to Wellington and worked for a cart or carriage, I don't know what it was. I'm assuming it was horse-drawn carts. He works for a cart company. He was a painter, painted carts. You know, and I know, but they might not know, that Archibald Willard painted the Spirit of '76. Which is also known as the Yankee Doodle or something like that. So anyhow, our connection is someone who's born and raised in Bedford, Ohio, moved to Wellington, and painted the Spirit of '76, which we grew up with, the Spirit of '76 in the city of Bedford.
Interesting.
I don't know how interesting it is, but that's our connection to knowing.
Where do you get all this knowledge from?
We've been in the city of Wellington many times, and I pay attention to things that are on signposts. So I know that Archibald Willard lived in Wellington. Alright. I'm gonna finish this cigar and we're gonna make some pie onion sandwiches.
And no, I'm not your sandwich maker this
I
weekend.
think I've got ham and cheese, and you're doing pizza, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a pizza pie onion. Haven't had one in a while. It's really just too hot to eat. I'm not very hungry, but I'll have to eat something.
I'm getting hungry. It's pretty quiet here for the amount of people that I don't see a lot of people. I do see a lot of campers though.
It's Friday now. People are settling in. There's still people pulling in and setting up. We were later than I like to be this weekend. But I had to work till 4:30.
Jobs interfere with camping.
They sure do. Maybe someday I'll get to camp when I want. Spend a lot of our life trying to get the things we want and not enough time enjoying them.
I don't know. lot of time in the camper.
Not enough. Never enough. Getting a little buggy out here.
All right. Alright, so this is a nice little picnic area. Lots of places where you can fish. Not a lot of kayaks out there, it don't seem like. Last time we were here, they were everywhere. Alright, so if you're camping at Findlay State Park, right over there's a little point that sticks out, and there's one campground or one campsite in the primitive part of the campground that has access to that point from the back of their site. I've seen people pull their tents back there and put hammocks up and sleep on their hammocks. Goes all the way around. Way down there is the campground boat ramp. Comes down around. The dam is over there. Boathouse over there and the beach. I want to say I heard this was like 800 acres, 700 acres, something like that. The lake. I don't remember what the park is. But this is a pretty nice lake if you got a canoe or a kayak or a boat with an electric motor. Where we at, Valerie?
Vermilion Valley Vineyards.
Vermilion Valley Vineyards.
Yes. Right here.
Right there. So Vermilion Valley Vineyards is about a 30-minute drive from Findlay State Park. We're having a bottle of Riesling. This is pretty nice. Sweet.
It's a 2020 Riesling. Perhaps a COVID Riesling.
It's COVID Riesling, yeah. Pretty good stuff, though. Yeah. Who's this? Nina's Kitchen? Mia's Kitchen.
Mia, N-I-A.
NIA or MIA?
N.
NIA. And there's also a camper over there, so I'm assuming that this is
Harvest.
Harvest Host. These people just walked up carrying their own pizza.
They do have like meat and cheese boards inside as well. Beautiful lake behind you. Pond, whatever.
Yeah, there's a pond back there.
And they do allow doggos.
So if you're looking for something to do when you're in Findlay, it's about a 30-minute ride. Out doggos.
Sweet. That works.
Alright, so where are we at now, Valerie?
Mattis Winery.
And what did we get this time?
Riesling, because that's the only wine you'll drink.
It's not true, Valerie.
It is true.
That may be the one that I like the most, but it's not necessarily
It's the only one you'll drink.
Alright, so this one is what? Probably 20 minutes from Findlay State Park, right?
Yeah, we're on our way back.
Alright. Just had some French
Onion
rings with boom boom sauce from Frankie's food truck. So we had to get a little snack because the wine's going to our heads. So we're gonna go back to the campground here in a minute and make a Dutch oven lasagna. We'll bring you in on that when we start doing that. Okay, Valerie, what are we making today?
We are making Dutch oven lasagna over a fire.
In
a Dutch oven, cast
Okay.
iron.
Cast iron Dutch oven.
This is ricotta.
What are all of your ingredients?
We have ricotta cheese. We have lasagna noodles that were cooked at home. Italian sausage, ground beef, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, marinara, and spinach, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, salt, and basil leaves.
What are we doing now?
I am mixing egg, ricotta, and some seasonings. I measure nothing, never have, never will. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and some basil. Some people use parsley. I prefer basil.
No oregano, no Italian seasoning?
Nope. Just gonna mix this all together. Set it aside. Now I'm going to put some marinara in the bottom of the pot. Just so the noodles don't stick, the pasta doesn't stick.
And this is a seasoned Dutch oven. It's had plenty of use.
I think I'm going to have to get something to cut these because the lasagna pasta is too long. We were using a 10-inch Dutch oven. So the one in the middle will just about fit. Now I am going to do a layer of, let's start with the sausage. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put Parmesan in with my ricotta. The hands are clean. I washed them. Hands are your best tool when you're cooking.
And where'd you get this meat?
This is Italian sausage from Dumas.
If you've never been to Dumas, Dumas is located in Mogadore, Ohio, and they also have a stand at the Hartville Flea Market. You're not going to find any fresher meat than you will at Dumas, because if you look out in the field, the cows are standing there waiting to become steak.
The people at Dumas will tell you that there are no preservatives in their meat. So if you go there to buy it, you have to cook it within 24 hours or freeze it. So it's sausage, cheese, a little bit more of the marinara. I'm hoping we have enough sauce.
Should be plenty of sauce for a 10-inch.
Another layer of lasagna.
Some people put pepperoni in their lasagna. How come we don't?
I just never have. Not something I want to do. You can. I mean, I'm sure it adds plenty of flavor. I just don't do it. Now I'm going to put a layer of, we have organic spinach. Don't be afraid to layer this in there. Once it cooks down to nearly nothing. It does add a lot of liquid to your pasta though. As the spinach cooks, the liquid gets released, so it's not going to be a dry pasta. Put some Parmesan on there. Oops, I made a mess.
I didn't wash my hands.
Yes, he did. He used Purell. I watched him. Although you always have to be a little leery when Dennis is in the kitchen. You never know what he's been doing.
It's not true. I always wash my hands. I'm a germaphobe.
Mm-hmm. Mozzarella in there. The cheese helps the layers stick together too.
Ground beef in this layer?
Nope. Ground beef goes in the next one.
And this the last layer?
I can do one more layer on top of this. I only made 12 lasagna noodles because it is a smaller Dutch oven. Don't think we need more than that. There's only 2 of us here. There's gonna be plenty of leftovers to take home. All right, we'll put some ground beef in this one. I didn't put the ricotta on yet.
Thought you put a layer on before.
I did not.
On the bottom you put a layer.
No, I didn't. I did not put any ricotta in there. So I'll put the ricotta and the ground beef together. I usually do my lasagna in a huge pan, family size, because I usually feed a lot of people. I don't know how to cook for just Dennis and I because I've never really had to do it. We've been married for almost 40 years. Our oldest son is going to be 39 in a couple weeks. So we've never really been alone. When you're making a lasagna, it really doesn't matter what order you do all this stuff in.
Unless you work for a restaurant and then they have a system.
They do, but I haven't been to a restaurant yet where I absolutely love their lasagna. So. Put some marinara.
Look at that. I don't think you should put the rest of it on there.
The rest is going to go on the very top.
That's a cheese one on the top.
Marinara and cheese.
It's getting to be a little thick.
Are you going to tell me how to cook?
I'm just telling you it's thick.
Yeah, it is. No guarantees it'll stick together either, but we're going to give it a try.
I think you gotta cut a little off the end of that.
How about I just tuck it in? And this. The dogs are over here begging, thinking they're gonna get some. Let's put the last of the sauce on there. Normally I make my own homemade marinara. It was a little rough this week because I worked. So Dennis brought this home. This is not my homemade, but it'll work.
Corners getting stuck on the lid of that pan. So when I pull the whole layer out, when I lift that pan open, you're gonna yell at me.
I'm not gonna yell at you for anything. You're the one that's eating it. You got a mess to clean up on this table here, though.
It's going
My
right,
little sous chef.
going right on the ground. Dogs are gonna eat it.
That's a lot of cheese. There you go. Put the lid on and let's see what happens.
All right, I'll get the fire ready and we'll put it on.
Have you seen it?
We'll find it.
In the lasagna?
Probably. Okay. Now we wait. Okay, so if you've watched our videos before, I pretty much have everything I need in this box to cook anything. I got some knives that I made in here. We got Cajun seasoning, bay leaves, paprika, just about anything you need in here. Salt, pepper, knives and forks. We got butcher's twine, little containers. There's some vegetable oil and olive oil, cooking spray, Worcestershire sauce. Got some little baskets. Got my spatulas for the Blackstone. Some trivets. Got my cigar smoking ashtray in there. And there's some other stuff. It's the beginning of the year. We haven't totally stocked it yet, but we got more stuff to put in there. There's measuring spoons. There's measuring cups back inside of there. We got a can opener. Got a cleaver. There's a nice knife somewhere. Well, she took it back in. That's the one we were using. Keep some Purell. Anyhow, I found the plans to make this is on REI's website. The top of this is supposed to fit a Coleman stove, but I changed the design because I don't use a Coleman stove. And I made it store some of my stuff in there. And it holds pretty much everything we need. If it doesn't, then we keep it inside. So that's that box there. And it also holds all the decals that I pick up from everywhere we go. So when you're cooking on a Dutch oven, you kind of want to remove the ash from the charcoal and the top of the oven once in a while, because it kind of insulates the heat from the oven. I went to Tractor Supply and bought this little bellows. That helps keep the ash under control. Plus the bellows helps when you're ready to start getting your flames back up on your fire to keep the fire going. So it's good to have one hanging around somewhere. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. Let's see what she looks like.
It's done.
It's done?
It's done.
Alright.
Where are you putting it?
It smells delicious. So what are we going to do? Let it sit for a little while?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it about 5-10 minutes and cut it up.
Yep.
Which half's mine?
Both.
You want a spoon to get it out of there with?
I don't know yet. Stuck around the edges a little bit.
Here, get you a spoon you can. Here. Oh, look how delicious that looks. And that
It's a little bit more liquidy than I'd like it.
spinach left it liquidy,
Yep. Knew it would.
but I'm okay with that because it's going to be delicious. Okay, so we just left Findlay State Park. We had an okay weekend. It was nice. It was really hot. We didn't get to do as much Saturday as we thought we would because we went hiking and we were sweaty. I did say that I thought that the lake there was 700 or 800 acres. I was incorrect. The whole park is about 850 acres, a little bit less. And I want to believe that the lake is somewhere around 100 acres. Anyhow, Findlay State Park, things to do. They have a pretty large disc golf course, and they do a lot of disc golf tournaments there. I think they even may have a disc golf league there. Fishing, paddleboarding, kayaking. Naturists do a lot of things there with kayaks and paddleboards. There There are a lot of picnic areas, a lot of places to fish from shore. They have a beach, place to swim. I believe they also rent canoes and kayaks and stuff like that. It's only an electric-only boat. You can't have motors in there. They have a storybook trail. There's trails throughout the whole entire state park. I believe you're allowed to go horseback riding on the trails. And let's see, what else do they got? Obviously, they have a lot of playgrounds. And there is a boathouse over there. I think they have a concession stand in it. We didn't go over there. There is a nature center in the campground. And there are a whole lot of primitive campsites and a lot of good RV sites, electric only and full hookups. So anyhow, all we got to do really yesterday, a little bit of hiking, and we went to 2 wineries. We went to Mattis Winery and we went to Vermilion Valley Winery. And this morning we got up and we went to the Litchfield Flea Market. If you go to the Litchfield Flea Market, don't go on Saturday. Saturday, Jamie's Flea Market is open. Sunday, they're not. So all of those vendors go up to Jamie's Flea Market on Saturday, and then on Sunday they go down to Litchfield. So that Litchfield is much larger of a flea market on Sunday. Anyhow, we went there this morning. I only got one thing, but it was for a good price.